I know that I said in my video a couple days ago that I was going to rage if Tennessee lost, but right now I just do not have it in me. I just don't have it in me right now, the rage.
Hey, we getting any shockers with this college football playoff ranking reveal on Tuesday night? Anything that you think is going to surprise everybody?
I will say this, going forward, Harrison Bailey should be the starting quarterback. Because on Tennessee's last drive when they put Harrison Bailey in, they scored a touchdown. Harrison Bailey actually looked good. He looked good.
You could make a case, obviously, for Cincinnati and for BYU, given the fact that they're undefeated, but I just have a hard time, given the fact that maybe...
I mean, even with the pick six, if Tennessee hadn't missed those 2 field goals, it would still be a... I think it would be a 1-score game. Yeah, actually, yeah, it would. Yeah. If Tennessee hadn't missed those 2 field goals, it'd be 27-23 right now.
So the other thing too is, where's the highest ranked Big 12 team? 3rd and 5. Nix trying to bounce it to the outside. He's taken down by Bennett. Let me just say this. I know I've been barking too much all week in your ear about this. I think playing football matters. And I think the teams that have played more games, I don't care whether you're talking the Heisman race, I don't care whether you're talking the CFP rankings, but it is tough to get through a
yeah, like I said on Twitter earlier,
is a big part of competing this year.
If anyone asks me if I think Jimmy Pruitt should be fired or not, I will not answer that question. I will just ignore it because no matter what I say, I'm going to get criticized.
And that's going to be the fascinating aspect, is how much...
And quite honestly, my opinion means nothing.
The Big Ten and the Pac-12 for their delayed start, like you said, what is a relatively small sample size to that of what we've seen in so many other leagues. Week after week. Listen, it's challenging enough just playing football games through the season and then having to stay healthy. Hey, what was your reaction early this morning when all of a sudden you saw the news breaking on what happened with Clemson and Florida State? There you go, all of a sudden the trailer's rolling out of Tallahassee. I mean, initial reaction is always for the players. It's from a player's perspective. I just couldn't imagine showing up, having done an entire week's worth of prep, traveling to site, starting to rev my engine a little bit 3 hours before kick, only to find out that the game's not going to be played.
Well,
that would just be gut-wrenching.
I do agree. Tennessee was hurt by a lack of spring practice.
That's the reward for your sacrifice over the
like I said,
season. So just felt bad for the players. That was my
first
reaction.
Jerry Pruitt's not getting fired after this season. He's not. Tennessee just can't afford it right now. I will say, but next season, Jimmy Pruitt will be under a lot of pressure.
A little surprised Auburn right here, this spot of the field. I know it's a long field goal. A little surprised they sent their offense out there. Wonder if they'll think about sending Anders Carlson out there instead. Maybe securing what would require 2 touchdowns in order for Tennessee to take the lead as opposed to a touchdown with a field goal.
Tess, you were talking about this long layoff for Auburn, and we see teams throughout the country have to deal with it. Is that even though they are able to practice, not everyone is always able to practice. Like Auburn had some COVID issues.
This is a clean shirt. I just got out this morning. That's why I'm not putting it in my laundry hamper.
So it's like just because they're out there for the game doesn't mean there was normalcy in the preparation for competition, and that's the other thing that stands out to me this year is the impact not just on the games but on the preparation.
I agree with you, Allison. And now they are going to send out Anders Carlson for the 50-yarder, try to push this past 10, get this thing back up to a 13-point mark. He's got to play.
He barely made it, so it's now 30-17. It's still a 2-score game.
The long balls as Carlson nails the 50-yarder. Of course, the younger brother of the Auburn famous Raiders kicker, Harrison, the brothers, number 3 on the all-time scoring list of brother duos among college kickers.
I mean, really though. I mean, there's really no point in getting mad about Tennessee anymore. I mean, there's really no point anymore. And I just don't have it in me right now. But let's be honest, there's really no point in getting mad anymore.
190 feet wide, 57 feet tall. It's huge. I mean, as a player, I don't really remember. I know they had a cool Jumbotron, but I don't remember exactly what it looked like because this thing is just so consuming. It's just amazing. And obviously, this is such a great venue. Well, it's a little different now during COVID, isn't it? Because this is one of the places with the grand pageantry. I still the Tiger Walk. Yeah. I mean, Jumer's Corner and obviously War Eagle, Nova, and Spirit will fly pregame, but we've got a COVID-restricted 17,490 in here now.
Yeah, I'll be so glad when all this COVID stuff is over.
It's just so much energy coming from the fans.
Swift kick.
More so than LSU, which always seems to be talked about.
Tennessee will get the ball at 24.
This one here, just knowing the Iron Bowl was always on the line when we were in the stadium was pretty intense, that's for sure. Remember, Harrison Bailey is who came in at quarterback last go-round for Tennessee, led them down the field on a touchdown drive, a true freshman from Georgia. Told you about his unbelievable high school career, leading the Blue Devils of Marietta, Georgia, to the first state title in over 50 years. Went for over 11,000 passing yards. This is a good opportunity to assess him in a 2-minute operation. Bailey with time in the pocket.
Oh, Keaton, you gotta make that. Well, the defender might have gotten a hand on that.
Not completely out of reach, but clock's getting close to midnight for the Tennessee balls.
Holding on the offense, number 58. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, first down.
Yeah, and I think this is a huge opportunity, though, to assess, all right, here's a true freshman in Harrison Bailey that had an abbreviated fall camp that has gotten hardly any reps, very few reps, with real action, live 2-minute, and this is a huge learning experience. So
Look, I know Jeremy Pruitt keeps saying that Garantano, he keeps saying every week that Garantano has had a good week of practice, and that's all well and good, but there is a difference between practice and real game experience.
goes to Chandler on the backfield.
There is a difference between practice and real games.
When will I get my chance? How will this look? Where's this whole thing headed? Wide eyes for Harrison Bailey. That's all you want. It's an opportunity to compete and an opportunity to put your best foot forward. That's all you can ask for as a player.
Oh, and I was wrong. In my video a couple days ago, I said Tennessee lost 5 straight. Well, that was actually not true. They actually lost 4 straight heading into this game, but they're a minute and 1 second they're a minute and 1 second from losing their 5th straight.
Oklahoma's been in control in Bedlam throughout the night. They're going to the 4th quarter. It's a 2-touchdown lead there. Georgia has the lead on Mississippi State. For Tennessee, a familiar look.
1 minute, 15 seconds. 1:15. Clock will start on the snap.
It's been a stretch of double-digit losses for Tennessee. Back on October 10th, they were number 14 in the country. They got blown out in that second half at Georgia. They lost 44-21. Lost to Kentucky. To Bama. At Arkansas back on November 7th. They were up 13-zip at the half. And they lost at Arkansas 24-13. Harrison Bailey quickly to the outside as he goes to Princeton Fant. They're missing their tight ends, Austin Pope, who had a back issue and had surgery this summer, is out for the whole year, and that was a big blow to have him out for the season. That is Tutt, who was slow to get off the field. Christian Tutt. Hate to see in the final minute, a 13-point margin, starter like that, limping off the field. Bailey, over the middle, and he
What
gets
a
it
throw,
complete.
what a
Pass
catch.
This is that maturation process.
Bailey's looking good. Like I said, right now, Harrison Bailey is proving that he should be the starting quarterback moving forward.
Just keep fighting. These are invaluable reps for a young player.
Bailey again, 45 seconds to play. Is there anything that catches your eye immediately with all your experience, Greg, when you see a young quarterback?
Yeah, the first thing I look at is pocket presence. Is he willing to stand in the pocket? Like, that's the biggest thing, because some of those things can't be taught. That's just sheer natural ability.
Like I said, if it wasn't for those two missed field, even with the pick six, if it wasn't for those two missed field goals, this would be a one-score game right now.
Does he get hit, bounce right back up, and live to play the next play?
Incomplete there. Remember, we've got USC and Utah coming up next. Our friend Rod Gilmore is going to be on the call of that. Utah's first game, 2 cancellations. I mean, think about that. Here we are deep into November.
Think about that.
Their first game.
They've won 13 season openers in a row, though, Utah has.
Season openers.
Yes.
It's Thanksgiving coming up on Thursday.
No,
Season opener.
Still a season opener.
What are we doing?
And that's a tough place. Everyone keeps talking about the weather. California, SC, they're going to go play in 30 degrees. I don't know, man. I think SC's going to play well tonight. I really believe that.
Bailey. There's that pocket presence you talked about, and then he finally goes down. Big Cat Bryant with the sack. Team captain who was hampered by an ankle injury. Had an interception 3 weeks ago against LSU. Big Cat Bryant. Was a young kid playing football when he first got that nickname. 4th and 15.
What a throw!
Complete to Warren is Harrison Bailey. Harrison Bailey's going to take advantage of every second on that clock, Greg.
The other thing, too, if you're Auburn and you're a defender, be smart. Don't take unnecessary cheap shots and get a targeting penalty and miss the first half of next week. Be smart. Stay away. Touch him down.
Bailey, final play of the game. As he will go down.
And that will do it. Tennessee loses their 5th straight game, 30-17. And falls to 2-5.
Interception return. 30-17 is the final for Allison and Greg.
Like I said before, going forward, Harrison Bailey needs to be the starting quarterback.
USC and Utah is coming up next.
Harrison Bailey needs to be the starting quarterback. Since he was put in, he has proved that he needs to be the starter. Because let's face it, Harrison Bailey is the best quarterback this team has. Alright guys, that's it for me. I'll be back tomorrow. After the Falcons. Hopefully the Falcons got the Saints tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be happy after a Falcons win, because let me tell you, I love it when the Falcons beat the Saints. So, anyway, guys, I hope y'all have a good night, and God bless.